So Punta Gorda Tower, November 7284 Golf, 10 miles to the southwest, inbound runway 4 for the option.
No, don't say the runway.
Okay.
I mean, it's 4, but with a towered field, so non-towered field, you specify the runway, because you're the one flying the plane, you're the one, but it's their job to assign you the runway.
Kind of stepping on their toes a little bit,
Yeah.
They might have a different idea.
Right, they may say, actually the winds are coming this way now, so instead of, I mean, you could request a runway.
Okay.
If they say, hey, do 4, and you're like, well, my hangar's on the north end, it's okay if I do 1-5, and, you know.
Got it.
Because I'm fine with the winds, or whatever it is, you can definitely request that, but it's usually best just to stick with just saying you're inbound. So, yeah, Punta Gorda Tower, Sky 78 for Golf, 10 miles southwest with India, inbound for the option.
Okay. And we're just about there, so is it all right?
Yeah.
Punta Gorda Tower, November 7284 Golf, 10 miles southwest of the tower, inbound for the option.
With India.
November 7284 Golf, Punta Gorda Tower, make straight in approach runway 4, report a 3-mile final, verify information India.
We have information India, report 3-mile final, 84 Golf.
Runway 4.
Runway 4.
All right, your controls. So now that's what we wanted, right? Straight in. So we'll kind of just keep flying this direction. Do you have the field in sight?
Yes, right there.
Alrighty, so perfect. Let's go ahead and start our descent. So pull back power just a little bit. I had it pretty fast here just because I'm paying for time, not for fuel.
All right.
I figured we get there a little bit faster. We're going like 130 miles an hour.
Sure. Awesome.
But we want to start a descent here. We're not descending yet, so go ahead and let's start our descent.
Sky 14814 with you on 1600 inbound on the localizer for approach.
14814, Punta Tower, runway 4, clear for the option.
Yes, for the option, runway 4, Sky 14814.
And you said 10 miles, we weren't 10 miles. That's why I pointed down there. We were 8 miles out.
Charlie?
That's what this was showing.
Yep.
So we had
Still learning.
I was looking at this 10-mile ring going over the
ground.
field there instead of that.
Oh, no, you're right, actually.
I don't know
All right,
why.
I take it back. That's taking you to this point here.
Okay.
We're 5 miles from that point there.
Gotcha.
You on depart to the west.
Yeah, never mind.
Touch and go.
814, roger on the go, squawk VFR.
All right, so just nice easy descent like we're doing now, just a few hundred feet, nothing too deep. Because we can pretty much descend from where we are all the way to the ground. So keep it coming right here.
Okay.
We want to kind of get a little more, intercept the final a little bit sooner. This is probably good. We'll just keep it right about this heading. There is an airplane on an instrument approach right now, the runway 4. That is something we want to kind of keep an eye out. I think they're ahead of us. Alright, so if we need to lose, go ahead and actually level off a little bit here. Just pitch up, do a little bit of nose up trim. You leave the power where it is. Probably too much nose up trim. Just enough to kind of level off here. So we need to get down to the ground, which is pretty much 0. We need to lose 1,800 feet. So we're going straight in approach. We don't need to level off at 1,000. We can just continue all the way down to the runway now.
Okay.
So you got the runway out there.
So we need to lose about 300 feet a mile.
Well, I'd usually just take the altitude to lose divided by 300. So if we need to lose like 1,800, 17 now, but 18 divided by 3, what's 18 divided by 3?
About 6.
Yep, about 6 miles out. If we start a descent, we're still descending, so keep pitching up. Well, I guess we're past 6 miles out, aren't we?
6.4 miles out.
Okay, yeah, 6 miles out then. We start a descent. We'll be exactly on glide path, and we can get set up to come in and land here, and we just do a nice, easy descent all the way to the runway.
Okay.
We won't throw in our flaps right away, just because we'll slow way down, and he's got a lot of other traffic trying to come into the runway. And then, like you said, report a 3-mile final. So once we get about 3 miles out, so yeah, that's what that is. That's the one you want to be looking at, distance to destination. Once that hit says 3, which actually is probably a little bit of a 4, 3.5, because that's showing you to the center of the field, and the runway is about half a mile out from the center of the field. About 3.5, that's when you can give him that call. Say, hey, we're 3 miles out, 3-mile final, runway 4, and then he'll clear for the option. All right, so it's going to square up here with the runway, And we are within 6, so we can start descent. We're 5 miles now. Go and pull like the power to 17. And may need a little bit of nose up trim, just about 500 feet. The way this works, that was probably too much. We still need to descend, but about 500. Actually, we need to descend a little bit more than 500 feet now because we started our descent slightly late.
Okay.
Right about here. The calculation when you divide your altitude to lose by 300 is based on you descending at 500 feet per minute.
Okay.
Nice and easy. We're not trying to dive down. And of course now at this point we're on final, you can kind of use the lights too if you can see them good enough to know whether or not you're on glide slope or not. It's better to kind of get visually, look at it because not every runway will have that, and it's more for instrument stuff. But it's good to, it's a good double, something you can kind of double check where you look out there and you go, does it feel like I'm high or low? I feel like I'm pretty close to glide path, and you double check the lights. Yep, I'm pretty much on glide path, and you can kind of use that to kind of help you in. We'll wait till about 3 miles before we throw in flaps.
Okay.
Once you hit that 3 mile mark, you can make that call and then go ahead and throw in some flaps.
Punta Gorda Tower, November 7284 Golf, reporting a 3 mile final. 84 Golf.
For Golf, runway 4, clear for the option, make left traffic.
Runway 4 clear.
Runway 4, clear for the option. Left traffic, 84 Golf.
Alright, we started descent a little bit fast here, so.
Going miss.
They're going. Well, we gotta wait until we're below 100 on our speed, right?
Okay.
We gotta pull back your power a little bit more.
Number 814, roger.
And then we gotta do a little bit more nose up trim because now you just drop that power again, that nose is gonna sink on you. It's not much. It's very, very small trim moves. I will sometimes move it just like a knot.
Okay.
It doesn't need.
I cannot feel what it's doing like you can. You can definitely feel that as soon as I touch
You'll
it.
get more. You'll get more. So now we're below 100. Now let's go and throw in those flaps. You gotta worry about that because that could create a lot of structural damage. So don't let that nose balloon on you. You gotta push forward a little bit when you put in those flaps. And we're a little bit low. You see how the lights there are kind of indicating we're a little bit low? So add some power. Yep. That'll help here. Let's go and let's do a notch of flaps every mile.
Okay.
Which we're probably already at 2 miles here, so on the next notch. Yep, very good pushing. Probably add it a little bit. There you can pull out that power now, right? See, now we're on glide slope. We're actually going to get a little bit high here. Now we're just barely getting high, so yeah, I got nose drop. And as we cross 75 here, we'll go ahead and throw in that last notch of flaps. Oh, I don't know. This is 75, whatever. The interstate here. Very good. I keep it on glide path. We use
a little low.
Yep, a little bit low. So you add power, right? Pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. So we're trying to slow to 70 now, just like in slow flight, which is why we practice slow flight. Get good control on the plane at slower airspeeds. We're pitching for 70, and power to kind of help you maintain. Right, so it's coming down. Looking at for your aiming point, that stripe just past 4 there. Bird on final. Bit of a downdraft there, kind of forced us down. Don't take it out that much.
Okay.
Got a little bit of a down winds blowing around a bit today. There we go. Don't take it all the way out yet. Slowly work it out a little bit now. Yeah, there you go. Now take it out. Looking at the end of that runway. Pull it off. Okay. And full power. A little bit windy there now, final. I was going to drop down and have to leave the power in just a little bit longer for that because of the wind. And then you did good rounding off because it came down kind of sharp, just a little bit high. So when we stalled right over the runway. We were a little bit high, and that's how come it felt a little bit hard there. But not too bad overall. Good to get that set up on final. So we climb up at 80. What's our airspeed when we're on downwind in the pattern here?
Downwind, we want to be 70.
90.
90.
Yep. So we're at 700 feet.
90, 80,
we can go to make
70.
our left turn. So 8, yeah, we rotate close to 60. You don't lift off, closer to 70. Climb out at 80. And once we hit traffic pattern altitude, don't pitch forward. So keep pitching back. We're getting a little bit fast there. Rolling level. 1, 2, 3. We're going to turn to downwind. And we're at our altitude, so don't pitch. Pull out the power to 2,000. That nose is going to drop on its own, right?
Yep.
And that's going to keep us right at pattern altitude.
Very nice.
And it's going to keep us close to 90 here.
Okay, okay.
Now we don't have to worry about the power. Now we just need, now we're on down. Let's go put on carburetor heat. That way, when we come in, that way it's on when we pull out the power. And we're pretty close to 90. So it's 90, 80 on base, and 70 on final. And each one of those correlates with another notch of flaps as well. So once you pull back the power to 1500, doing that first notch of flaps, it's as long as you're trimmed out well here where you're not having to hold back pressure to maintain altitude, then that nose will kind of just sink on its own. You'll have to do a little bit of nose up trim to pull back that power. Alright, as we approach midfield here, you don't have to say tower, but just 728 for golf, midfield, left downwind, runway 4.
7284 Golf, midfield.
Left downwind, runway 4.
7284 Golf, left midfield, downwind, runway 4, 84 Golf.
Ready for golf, runway 4, clear for the option.
4 cleared for the option.
4 cleared for the option. 84 Golf.
Alright, pull back the power. 15, not that much, just 15. There you go. First notch of flaps. Go. And we're just letting it do its thing, drop on its own, slowly starts to slow down here. Looking for a 45-degree point from those 1,000-foot markers, those giant white markers down there. So wait till we get to about 45 degrees, however whatever you think that's close to 45, and then we'll make our left turn. Ooh! Yeah, the wind's crazy on this end of the runway. We're good, we can make our left turn. Getting a little bit too far out now. And we haven't really descended at all yet. So let's let that nose drop.
Okay.
A bit more here, pull out a little bit more power. We're still at almost pattern altitude. High. And let's go do that next notch of flaps. That'll help us get down sooner. Sooner we can get that radio call in, if you can do that early, sooner you can be, because you're past your point before you pull back the power, because the radio call took a little bit.
I'm going to go to tower, Piper Archer 908 Alpha Student Solo, 8 miles west of your location.
Gotta turn the final.
Archer 908 Alpha, punter tower, roger, how can I help you?
I'd like a full stop and then depart to Lakeland 908 Alpha.
908 Alpha, roger, report a 3-mile left base, runway 4.
Yeah,
3 mile left base, runway 4, 908 Alpha.
Alright, so power for altitude, pitch for airspeed, so for high. For one, we can throw in flaps, right? Flaps are going to get us down faster. So the sooner you put in flaps, the better. And then you're just using power to kind of get you down, so if you have to, pull out a little bit of power. As we get close here, the right light's red. Now you can slowly add that power back to 15. 15 is going to keep you on the glide slope. Now we're low, you put it in a little bit too slow. Now we're actually low, so you got to pitch up. But it's fine because we're a little bit fast, so we're going to stay at 70. So keep this power in until we get closer to the runway. Alright, keep that nose down. Yeah, keep it coming towards the runway. Yep, slowly work a little bit of power out. That nose down. Don't pull back yet. Keep that down. You're fighting me. Wait till we get to here. Now look at the end of that runway. Pull the power all the way out. Hold it off here. Try to maintain this distance above the runway as you're looking at the end of that runway. Yep. You saw it. You started to pull back. Okay. Carburetor heat it off. And full power. Solid, just not quite enough. Not a bad landing though. There's 60, 70, let's pull back. Should be rotating closer to 60 really,
okay.
70. But just pretty much, as soon as you add power, you know, we're not slowing down too much. You can pretty much just almost start to pull back and take right back off. Yep, so there you're wanting to rotate or start to level off, you know, shallow out your descent.
Too early?
Yeah, I was pushing forward actually on the yoke because if we started to round up that soon, we're going to actually just float way down the runway, and then you have a tendency to flare too high and land too hard. So we want to try to keep that nose down, pointed at the ground though, until we get a lot closer to the ground. The best thing you do is to keep your aiming point in that same spot in your windshield the whole way down.
Okay.
And even when you get closer, that means your nose is going to have to be, you know,
down
pushed forward more because you're keeping that aiming point, that stripe, in the same spot in your windshield. Okay, we're at 700. A 90-degree turn, kind of pointed out this way. I kind of look off my left wing when I make
3
that
mile
turn.
left base, runway 490.
Roll wings level.
Or 08 Alpha, runway 4, clear to land.
About 90 degrees.
Clear to land, runway 490.
And we could turn to downwind. Wait a minute, turn to downwind, only hold it for a few seconds.
Okay.
Don't pitch, just pull. Power. There you go. And we'll just allow that nose to pitch over on its own. Very good. Square it up here. How far up on that wing strut?
You're following traffic ahead to your right, getting ready to cross the interstate on a left base.
We got that traffic in sight, A for golf.
For golf, follow that traffic, number 2, runway 4, clear for the option.
Following that traffic, number 2, runway 4, clear for the option, A for golf. Slow ourselves up just a little bit here. No reason to fly really fast, way past the runway. We want to cut them off. All right, so carburetor heat, we're on downwind. How far up is that runway on? Here, let's get squared back up. We're a little bit off. So now, how far up is the runway on your wing strut?
About halfway.
Perfect. That's how you know you're about a mile out. Oh, also help here if we do this. I'm running forward.
I've been trying to get a minute to do that.
All right, so he's ahead of us and below us, right off our nose now. The best thing you can do as far as like timing when to turn base is to wait till that plane's off your left wing before you turn base. At that point, that should be enough space that you can come in and land.
Okay.
Let's go and pull back the power. 15. And do that first notch of flaps. Anytime we're sitting below traffic pattern, pull back that power, put in those flaps, pushing it forward just a little bit on the yoke because it balloons on us. So we want to actually get that descent started.
Okay.
That's how come you didn't start your descent last time. You got to push forward a little bit to get that descent started now that we're coming down. Now he is off our left wing there. Go make a left turn. Right, now we're actually a little bit further out, so we actually may want to add a little bit of power. Now that we're further out, because we may be a little bit low. Well, it's hard to see with the high wing. You can't see the runway until we turn 90 degrees here on base. Alright, so our high or low or on glide slope, probably a little bit high. So we add probably a little bit too much power. Power change is very, very, very slight. That's this here, that connection. You can always put that up here too.
Yeah, I think it's the weight of that over time.
Yeah, I think it's pulling down on it. Alright, next notch of flaps. Let's turn to final. So now at this point, I'm looking at the end of that runway and I'm adjusting my bank in order to land, to finish right on final. So it's a little bit too steep. Yep, shot the bank and just try to end your turn right in the center of the runway. And then
Sure, Alpha left at Charlie, then
Dustin,
stay with me and taxi back to runway 4, be Alpha and Delta cross 33.
Left on Charlie, stay with you. Left Alpha Delta cross 33 on Alpha 908 Alpha.
Okay, so are we high or low?
We're high.
Yep, pull out the power then. Next notch of flaps. That'll help us get down too. Don't pitch forward too much while airspeed will start to pick up. You have to pull out the power, right? Power for altitude. So for high, pull out the power. Using that straight past 4 there, you can see that it's kind of getting up on our windshield. That's good. Now we're on glide slope, so add a little bit of power. That's plenty of power. Now we keep it coming down. So keep letting that nose come down. Push forward a little bit. Let go. Like the nose still come down. Slowly work that power out now to idle. Now slowly rotate level here. Look at the end of that runway and try to hold it off here. So nice, easy, tiny movements of yoke. You land that yourself. All right, carburetor heat. Yep, full power. So 60, start to pitch back. (908) Alpha. I've flown that plane.
Huh.
My last flight school. Oh, that didn't stay up, did it? All right, we're pitching for what?
80.
Yeah, we're getting kind of slow. To retrim it. I trim at every kind of corner of the traffic pattern. It's not really a corner at this point, but always trying to relieve that pressure. Alrighty, we'll make this one full stop. That was a good one.
Alright, thank you.
And taxi on back. Are you in a hurry?
No.
Yeah, okay. We'll probably stop and fuel the plane then.
Okay. $700.
I'll try to say less this time and just let you fly it.
Alright.
How do you level off? Do you pitch or do you pull power to level off?
Pitch to level, pull power to level off.
Yep. So we should still be in a climb at 80 until we hit our traffic pattern altitude. And once you actually cross the pattern altitude, so don't try to lead it early. Wait till you get to the altitude, then pull the power. And don't pull back in the yoke. Let that nose drop. Because it's trim for this. So that's where I think you may get too slow then if you pull back in the yoke. Just let it drop because you're wanting it to actually level off. Now are we closer or far away from the runway?
We're a little close.
Yep. Pitch out just a little bit. And then we're going to go and call 7284 Golf, midfield, left downwind, runway 4, full stop. Midfield, left downwind, runway 4.
November 7284 Golf, midfield, downwind, runway 4, full stop.
Noreen for Golf, runway 4, clear to land.
Clear to land, 84 Golf.
Runway 4.
Runway 4.
Alright. Passing our point, pull out the power. Just a 15, that's too much. I can feel it, or hear it. I know the sound. Yep. Alright, first notch of flaps. Oh, 100, we're good. We can square it up here. A little bit to the left. Turn left a little bit. We're good. That way we're parallel with the runway.
Okay.
That's good. Whenever you think you're at a 45, from the 1,000 footers, not the end of the runway. Right. You can make this turn a little bit steeper. 20 to 30 degrees. Traffic pattern, we don't need to stay standard rate or else we'll be flying an oval instead of a rectangle. Just be constantly turning. Alright, what airspeed are we pitching for?
I'm too fast right now. I'm pitching 470 right now. 80.
Yep. 10 degrees down each time. But it'll help you, once you throw those flaps in, the sooner you can do that, the sooner you go slow up too. Keep your hand on the throttle, you're high or low. Probably pretty close. Turn the final. We're gonna blow through it.
Student Solo 908 Alpha, holding short, runway 04.
Or 908 Alpha Planetary, roger. Hold short
Turn a
runway
little
4
bit
landing
late.
traffic.
Holding short, runway 4908 Alpha.
Overshot just a little bit. Not too bad though. Keep it coming left to get on the center line. Then straighten her up. Keep that nose pointed down towards the, right past 4. Pushing down, pushing forward, keep it coming down. Slowly roll, pull back power now, the idle. Now rotating back, look at it into that runway, hold it up here. Pull back a little bit more. Yeah, don't worry about carburetor here because we're not taking back off. We should try not to do any configuration changes on the runway unless we're just doing a touch and go. But it's fine, it's carburetor heat, it's not the end of the world. Alright, we're gonna go left here on Charlie.
Ready for Golf, left to Charlie, contact ground.
A for Golf, left on Charlie, contact ground. Thank you.
Number 08 Alpha, runway 4 on course, clear for takeoff.
4 on course, clear for takeoff 908.
Alright, we'll keep it rolling just a little bit. Just clear this guy, take off right behind us. We're rushing up. Alright, so we'll have to contact ground, we have to come to a complete stop. But we need to be, our full plane needs to be past the hold short line, which we're good, so we'll come to a complete stop here.
Alright.
Flop over the ground. Real quick, clean up the plane. Gotta do it again. There you go. Clean up the plane, so flaps up. It's these 4 items here in the middle. The flaps up, make sure lean an inch, carburetor heat off, throttle is needed. Alright. So we are on Charlie, taxi to the self-serve, the fuel.
Punta go to ground. November 7284 Golf is on Charlie, ready to taxi to self-serve.
7284 Golf, taxi Alpha Delta, cross 15.
Taxi Charlie Alpha Delta, cross 15.
No, Alpha Delta. Correction, we'll taxi Alpha Delta, cross 15, April Golf. Alright, you didn't say Charlie.
Sorry.
No, you're good. It would be impossible either because this is Charlie. We're not going down Charlie, we're doing Alpha.
Oh. Gotcha.
Alright, pull back the power just a little bit. We don't get going too fast. And get a chance to open up your windows so we can get some AC flowing. Florida AC. Pull back the power a little bit. You're going a little bit too fast. Just let coast. You see here too, see there's a little bit of a divot, so we'll start to pick up a little bit of speed too on the other side. We like to keep the speed up a little bit as we cross the runway, just so because it's active runway, we don't want to be taking our time and going across that. And it also helps to have all your lights on, just so you're really visible if anyone starts to come down. So I always turn on the lane too as we start to cross, and you turn it back off once we cross. But this is good speed, so we're going pretty fast still, so we'll cross the runway here pretty fast. Alright. Always think it's funny that taxi sign says dad. Yep, slowing up here just a little bit more. Tiny bit, and then, yep. Try to stay on the center line a little bit better. Okay. There we go.
Citation 63F, Tango cleared to Naples via direct. On departure, climb to 2000. Expect 3 for your final within 10 minutes. Frequencies 12705 and squawk 4565.
And we'll use this entrance here. Okay.
And thank you, read back correct.
That is on the tower frequency. All right, we'll go left. We're going to the
Gotcha.
Delta. And we'll have to go probably right about here. Now we can just cut over. No tie downs or any planes out here. And you got that little area where it moves over here. We'll kind of follow that. Just watch your left wing.
Trying to go to ground.
Hit the fuel truck.
9672 Juliet is at the north ramp, going to self-serve.
Cherokee 9672 Juliet, taxi Foxtrot and Delta, the south ramp.
Taxi Foxtrot to Delta to the south ramp, 9672 Juliet.
All right, throttle 1000. Anytime we're stopped.
Go to the ground, fuel truck 7 at air
avionics
track
off.
to the fuel farm.
Avionics.
So take